Today we are building the 7 modern architectural wonders of the world in Lego. So let's grab our bricks and the colors that we'll need for the first build. Let's start with the Chichen Itza. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. I'm not sure though. We just build up the pyramid, going up and making the bases smaller as we go up. We make this little part on top with a jumper and a 1x1 on a 1x1 tile. It was super fun to build, and the thing that took the longest was finding these cheese slopes, because apparently I don't have many in dark gray. And I think we did such a good job depicting it in such a small scale. Love it. Now let's move on to Machu Picchu. This one was pretty simple because this build is in a really small scale because the actual thing is huge because it's a city in the mountains. We did very small scale for this one because of how simple it is, and I think it looks great in the small scale with all the little buildings on the hilly landscape. But I like it and it looks pretty neat. The next one we have is one of the more well-known ones, the Great Wall of China. It's the biggest of the wonders and spans over 13,000 miles. We first build up the green base, making it go slightly up towards the back to make the wall have variation in height. The most difficult thing was making the railings on top of the walls, especially at the curves, because we had to use a variety of cheese slopes, tiles, and normal studs. We use a lot of gray bricks, and we also use a lot of slopes and tiles as mentioned before. This was really fun to build. Making all the curves was super difficult, but also super fun. I loved how it turned out, and I'm pretty proud of it. This build is one of the ones I most enjoyed building. Petra is the next wonder we're building. This one probably took the most time because I had to split it into 2 recording sessions because I didn't have time, and also because I got bored of looking for sand colored bricks. This is the reference image I used. It's not all to scale, and I had to keep resizing it to make it fit all the details I wanted to add. And I ended the recording session halfway here because, well, I needed to go. But it's halfway done, and then we started again. We had this little slope to start off the second recording session. Then we add this statues over here, making these sloped walls on the sides. Then we build the rest of the build in the center. We built this over 2 recording sessions, and it probably took me a total of around an hour and a half. It was really fun and looks great. It probably would look good on a shelf if you scaled it up a bit to make it a little taller to fit the design of books, because books are usually taller than what the size of this is. Then we built Christ the Redeemer, which is in Brazil. First time I ever saw this was in the movie Rio. Great movie, by the way. This was a very simple build. It has this in the back to hold up the arms in the right place without using sticky tack or tape. It looks good, just don't look at the back. But I'm pretty proud of it. We have 2 builds left, so let's get building. Next, we have the Colosseum, which is in Rome. This build we also did in micro scale because I didn't have enough pieces to do a bigger scale because we already built Petra. It uses both tan and sand colored bricks. We use a bunch of different brick types like slopes, 1x1s, corners, and a few others, making the little oval shape which the Colosseum is made out of. We also add a little stuff in the center to add a little bit of variety, and also making the back a bit taller and the front a bit shorter, just like the Colosseum. But overall, I think this build turned out great, and I am 100% going to keep this build together because it just looks amazing. And finally, Taj Mahal. Now, when I first went into this build, I knew I wasn't going to get 100% accuracy just like all the others, but I still pushed for it. I didn't have enough white pieces on hand to do a bigger scale, so we'll stick with this. This build is one of my favorites I did out of all of these. We use a bunch of jumpers so the walls aren't quite aligned with these 4 corner bricks, so it looks a bit better. Then we add the little pillars in the corner, then we stop filming to go look at a reference photo, then start building again. We add more jumpers in the center to hold the building, then we raise it up by a brick after we're done with the building, making the little domed room in the center and adding a few little towers, and it's complete. It looks super good and I'm really proud of it, even though we couldn't get all the details I wanted to. And look at all these other ones. I think they look great together. This is one of my favorite projects I've done so far. The builds turned out great, and I hope this inspires you to try and make one of these yourself or to do some other challenges that sound interesting. I had a lovely time making all of these, and I hope you had an amazing time watching. Have a good one, check out one of these videos, and while you decide, give that Bible verse a read before you go. Have a wonderful day, and maybe hit that like button and subscribe.